What is extremely unhygienic, but everyone seems to do it anyway? Use their phone on the toilet and when eating, without regularly cleaning it. 1. Buy a pack of tortillas from the grocery store. 2. Take the tortillas home and open the package. 3. Pull out a tortilla and temporarily put it on top of the package, thinking you're keeping it off your countertop. You may as well have slapped your tortilla directly onto the grocery store shelf before taking it home. The outsides of grocery packaging are not clean, people. Eating fries at a bowling alley, licking their fingers, then sticking them in the bowling ball, which others had done the same thing earlier too. People making your lunch in gloves to keep the germs off the food, then take your dirty cash with the clean gloves. I get grossed out touching public door handles after knowing how many people don't wash their hands. Getting in your bed after spending all day outside in the same clothes you were out in public all day. This includes having gone to public restrooms and doing such out in public. Also wearing shoes on your bed, absolutely not. Just plain disgusting. Women hovering over the toilet to pee in public restrooms, spraying all over the stall and floor. I particularly hate when people decide to say grace for the food holding hands with everyone. Like, please, I already washed my hands, but I know you touched your pet before sitting at the table, and others don't wash their hands correctly after going to the bathroom. Freaking disgusting. Let me pray holding my own hands. Drinking from cans. They're almost never handled cleanly and safely, and then you put your mouth on it. Sure, the content inside is safe, but the top is filthy. I think a lot of people don't wash their legs or feet in the shower because the water runs over it. But it's not enough. Blowing out birthday candles on a cake. At no other time could someone blow all over your food and you still eat it. But for whatever reason, birthdays are an exception. Wearing shoes in the house. As a European LAM, disgusted that Americans think this is normal. Or putting shoes on the bed. Pets in grocery stores and restaurants. Just stop. We all know they're not service animals. Using gym mats. You are dreaming if you think the poo isn't on the shoe. Gym mats are notoriously filthy. Going anywhere where there are people when you have a cold, flu, COVID, especially without a mask. It's like COVID turned everyone into selfish zombies who consider it a badge of honor to spread their germs as far and wide as possible. Sneezing, coughing into their hands instead of into their inner forearm. I realize those that haven't worked in food service don't understand that this is what you're supposed to do so you don't spread your germs and get someone else sick. But every time I see a MF sneeze, cough full force into both of their hands, I'm genuinely grossed out and like, why did you do this in front of me? Putting your shoes in your suitcase without a shoe bag. The shoes that have been stepping in dirt and piss and poop and spit and grease and all sorts of filth. Yes, those shoes. On top of your clean clothes. Can nobody see the issue with having touch screens to order food in McDonald's? Especially the sort of food that you eat with your hands? God alone knows who's touched those screens and what they were doing with their hands before. Definitely not everyone, but there seems to be a large enough amount of people that shame others for not washing a raw chicken. Fact is, it's very unhygienic to do so. It does very little to the chicken apart from get it wet and spreads raw chicken germs all over your sink and work surfaces, making it more likely to cross-contaminate something. If you're concerned about bacteria found in raw chicken, then try cooking the bloody thing. Kissing with tongue. It's nasty, but if I'm intimate with the person, I don't care. The amount of boomers finger licking to turn a page or open a plastic bag I've witnessed just today makes me gag. Did COVID period at least teach you anything? My dentist had his gloves on while examining my mouth, running his finger along my gum line, and then he went to his laptop, took notes, and then proceeded to check something else in my mouth. I sunk in my chair and said, "Whoa, do you do this with all your patients?" I can only imagine how much bacteria is on his keyboard. Women's purses, they take them to the bathroom. With them, put them on the floor, then go home and put them on the kitchen counter. Yuck. Where does the immune system figure into this? As I understand, many younger people are suffering from allergies primarily from their immune system not being exposed to dirt enough. Growing up too clean, I for one believe the immune system needs exercise and suffers from not being exposed to viruses and bacteria. I'm in the minority here in the US. But I can't understand how not using a bidet is the norm. It's honestly insane to me. Public bathroom blowers to dry hands. Just spraying fecal matter all over your freshly washed hands. Paper towels or wet hands. Never will use those things. Dyson is the worst of them. Putting money notes in their mouth. Used to see it a lot back in the day when I worked a cash register. People would put notes between their lips, then hand it to me. Probably more hygienic to lick a toilet seat. Work in a bar and can pretty much tell you on facts 80% men do not wash their hands after using the bathroom. This includes staff, drinking out of the cups they keep in hotel rooms. I've worked in hotels for many years. They don't get taken to a dishwasher. They're usually washed hurriedly in the sink by a housekeeper under the pump to meet targets, and then dried with whatever hand towels they have with them. Your belt. You never wash it, but it's the first thing you touch after a toilet visit. Not washing hands after pumping gas. I always use hand sanitizer directly afterward, and then wash my hands as soon as I arrive to wherever I'm going. Dogs and cats walking around on furniture all over blankets, clothes, etc., after doing their business and walking all over it. No matter how much they clean themselves, there's still litter paws. Sitting half naked in public transport. By half naked, I mean in extremely short shorts with thighs touching dirty bus tram seats. Public transport will never be fully clean, no matter how often it was cleaned. Thousands of people, not all of them, are into personal hygiene. Pass trough it every day, and how knows how many germs it has. Drying your hands on a kitchen towel sitting there for days, used for all sorts of things other than hands. If you think about it, wiping with toilet paper. Think of the invisible bacterial smear you can't see that even the cleanest wipe leaves behind. God, I need to get a bidet. Using a dish sponge to clean dirty raw meat, food prep dishes, like cutting boards, and then going back and using that same sponge on cups or plates or silverware. Obviously, people do it often and don't get sick, but it baffles me. Pizza boxes. Worked in a cardboard box factory for 2 years, and in order to set up or adjust the machine, we'd have to stand on the conveyors with our dirty boots. The same conveyors the pizza boxes would pile up on after inking. There's so many that are probably a bigger deal, but I just can't unsee the amount of face-touching people do. Whether it's before or after touching a bunch of high-contact public surfaces, it's just not ideal, and it makes me squirm. If my eyes water these days, I'm pulling out a tissue. I'm not rubbing my eyes with my hands out in public. Granted, this mostly comes from the other issues of gross things people do before touching everything. We're not bringing those germs straight to my face, thanks. People who don't shower before bed. Why would you bring the filth of day into bed?